Okay, so, this is going to be another one of those really heavy, feelsy vlogs, that I'm doing because I need to, and it's 2 in the morning, and I keep having, stress dreams and nightmares about my family. So I thought, after taking a nap and waking up from another stress dream, that now would be a good time to talk about that space dog that I've been referencing a lot, and maybe unpack a little bit of why I keep having all of these dreams. So, every year in the fall since like 2010, it's been kind of hard sometimes because on October 8th, 2010, I woke up to an email from my parents saying that they wanted nothing to do with me unless I shape up and do what they want, which is forget that any abuse ever happened and start living my adult life the way they'd always planned for me to live, and to continue to put up with their verbal and emotional abuse. And obviously that's not a thing that I can do and be a person who isn't just like in bed depressed all the time. So they disowned me almost exactly 5 years ago. They didn't say those words, but that's basically what it was. I wasn't allowed to have contact with my siblings. I'm the oldest of 8, so and I raised most of them. So it was sort of like they were taking away my children, which just it's not awesome. So anyway, I kind of have a funky mental state at the end of September, early October, because like all that shit is being reprocessed again. When your parents reject you, it breaks everything in ways that you still find out like new things 5 years later. So anyway, I've been having a lot of really bad dreams, and it makes it really hard to sleep, because I have stress dreams about my siblings and my family trying to kill me. They didn't actually ever really try to kill me. These are just nightmares that feel real, and you wake up and you can't shake it. So anyway, yeah, when I was a kid, I'm going to get into the space dog now, because for some reason a lot of my artistic angst tends to be centered around this one particular creation that my dad made, and it was called the space dog. And I didn't realize it at the time, but I think it's actually a comic reference. I wasn't allowed to read comics as a kid, so I had no idea about anything pop culture. Like half of the stuff that happened in the 90s, even though I was a 90s kid, I wasn't allowed to have a part in it. So I remember Neopets. I wasn't allowed to have those. I was sad because I wanted one. Furbies were evil. So Space Dog. It's a dog in space wearing a space helmet. It has like a little flag number 8 on it, and I'm gonna draw my version of it, because when I was like, I don't know, 10, my parents somehow whether or not I was good at art was hinged on how well I could copy my dad's space dog. And here's the thing, I can't copy. I don't know why. I just can't. Even when I'm looking at a person like in Starbucks or wherever, and I'm like drawing them, I can't draw them exactly. Like little details are flipped. It's the same way with numbers. Sometimes numbers get flipped around, and I have to pay really close attention. Maybe it's mild dyslexia. I don't know. I was never tested. I was homeschooled. So Space Dog. The Space Dog was kind of round. Honestly, I thought it looked like an elephant, but without the trunk. So I'm going to do my best rendition of my dad's Space Dog, because it was wearing like a little spacesuit kind of thing. At least I assume, because that's kind of what it looked like. And this is, I haven't seen the Space Dog in years, so this is just going off of my memory, obviously. I don't know why there was a little number 8 on it, but there was like a little numbery thing, and anyway, this is obviously not exactly what my dad's Space Dog looks like, because, well, one, I haven't seen it in ages, and two, I suck at copying it, but this is my rendition of my dad's Space Dog. And I always made the mistake of adding more details than he originally did. For instance, I made this little like dog head where you can see, because the helmet doesn't really, it's like a circle helmet and a dog's head isn't circle. So yeah, and so my one of my siblings could copy it perfectly, and so my parents' conclusion after that was, obviously I'm not good at art, and you can't have multiple children who are good at art, which is bullshit, because I love that my siblings are fantastic at art. But I'm good too, even if I can't copy this fucking Space Dog. So, anyway, that's always been held up as like the mark of being able to be an artist in my family is, can you copy Dad's Space Dog? Because for some reason, Dad's Space Dog is the mark of art. So whenever I'm feeling bad about my art, it doesn't help that I can just go back to that memory and remember how my parents told me, well, I'm good at other things, not art, not drawing, because of this. And that's really hard to deal with as a person, as a fucking 10-year-old child, and as an artist. For, like, the quality of my art, or the goodness of my art, to be measured on whether or not I can copy something my dad made. Which I feel like is complete bullshit. Your worth as an artist is not in how well you can copy the work of another person. That's, like, so unoriginal. I don't really remember where I was going with this. I just needed to vent about the Space Dog and actually show someone the Space Dog that I drew just now, based off of a memory. Because this little monster is the monster that tells me I can't draw. And it's in my parents' voices, along with every other voice that they've told me when they said, I'm a bad sister, I'm going to hell, I'm a horrible person, I'm a liar. And I'm not good at art. But on good days, I remember that's bullshit. So if you have anyone, parents or friends, telling you, that your art isn't good because it doesn't meet this stupid, arbitrary standard, that's bullshit. And if you have people in your life who are verbally and emotionally abusing you, there is nothing wrong with getting those people out of your life. My parents rejected me and then spent the last couple years going back and forth on whether or not they wanted to have contact with me, which was very traumatic for me. Dealing with both the outright rejection and then the trying to pretend that that didn't happen. So I finally sent them a letter and was like, no, we're done. I don't want to, like, talk to you. And if you come to the point where you can accept me as a person that I am, good. Let's talk then. And I haven't heard anything, which doesn't surprise me because I don't fit their mold of what a woman should be. I'm not pregnant, I don't have kids, and I'm not homeschooling. So, yeah. You're allowed to cut those people out of your life. It's not a bad thing. It's good for you. So, that's it.